versus Film.
Hi, I'm Graham and welcome to Man vs Film. This is going to be a movie review for Alice Through the Looking Glass. Alice Through the Looking Glass is directed by James Bobbin, the man that brought us The Muppets and The Muppets Most Wanted. It stars Mia Wasikowska, Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Anne Hathaway and Sacha Baron Cohen, amongst a host of other people. When things in the real world become troublesome, Alice heads back to Wonderland to help the Mad Hatter, who has become convinced that his parents survived the attack by the Jabberwocky. Alice must convince Time, who is Sacha Baron Cohen in this movie, to allow her to use the chronosphere to travel through time to find out what happened to the Hatter's family. First off, I didn't like Alice in Wonderland, the movie that came out in 2010. In fact, I downright hated it. For some reason, I seem to have blocked it from my mind. I can't remember why. But because I tend to go and see everything, I went along to see Alice Through the Looking Glass. I think while watching this, I became aware of why I disliked Alice in Wonderland so much. It is because of Johnny Depp's character. I found the character to be really annoying and one of the worst parts of the movie. And when he wasn't on screen, I enjoyed the movie a lot more. And thankfully, he's not on screen too much. So I found myself kind of enjoying what was happening in front of me. Of course, you've got to deal with the fact that the movie is primarily CGI and it has that kind of uncanny valley feel about it. It doesn't look quite right. But that kind of fits in with the aesthetic of the movie, so you can let it roll. And once you just deal with the fact that it's just CGI wave after wave, you can just move on and enjoy the flick for what it is. The movie has 3 non-Wonderland sequences throughout it. At the start, one in the middle and one at the end. And I found these to be some of the most enjoyable sequences in the movie because it wasn't as colourful. It was kind of filled with quirky characters nonetheless. And they were really interesting set pieces that carried a little bit of weight to them as well. These sections are there to set up the main conflict that Alice has to resolve by doing an adventure in Wonderland. And because the scenes are that fun and interesting, you can forgive them for really pushing the message of the movie on top of you. Wonderland is very colourful and out there and a fantastic place to look at. There's lots of things going on, lots of textures, lots of colours, and it's just, there's too much for you to almost take in first viewing. And it was filled with all the characters that were in the first movie and seemed to miss out most of their backstory, so you just had these characters being at their best, which was really enjoyable. In fact, I actually enjoyed my time more when I was spending it with these side characters more than any of the sort of main characters. Most of the actors are fine, although I find Johnny Depp to be irritating, like I said, in this movie, and I found Anne Hathaway to be properly phoning it, and she just didn't seem to care. It was almost as if she was contractually obliged to do this role. Sacha Baron Cohen as Time in this movie is an actual character, and he's pretty good with all his tics and his twitches and his accent he adds to it, and I was quite happy to see him every time he appeared on the screen. By far, the MVP of this movie is Helena Bonham Carter as the Queen of Hearts. She steals every scene that she is in, and she knows the movie she's in. She's almost playing this over-the-top, super evil villain that people just love to hate. The CGI, like I said, is plentiful, and some of it works really well, some of it isn't too great, but you can forgive it because there's a lot going on the screen, which leads me to the set design, which is fantastic. It looks amazing, it's very imaginative, and just a wonder to see all this come to life. The climax of the movie I thought was really tense and exciting, and I didn't know how it was going to pan out. Well, I thought I had an idea, but it didn't go there, so it surprised me, so it kept me at the edge of the seat. It was a great climax to the movie. Alice Through the Looking Glass is a fun, action-packed movie that's let down by some of the human performances within it. In fact, it might even make me go back and revisit the first one just to re-evaluate it to see if my original opinion was correct or if I was wrong and I actually do like it more than I thought I did. I think it's a fun day out at the cinema. It's a nice trip. It's visually very interesting and colourful. There's some quirky characters. There's some good points to the movie. There's some bad points, but I think it's worth your time. It falls solely in the middle for me. So I'm going to give Alice Through the Looking Glass 2.5 out of 5. So thanks for watching my review. Leave a comment in the box below what you thought of Alice Through the Looking Glass, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film. So thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you notice on screen, there is 2 more videos that you can click and watch at your leisure. There is also a large subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, I will forever be in your debt. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.